Hello everyone, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations, of course, and if you are new here, I would love for you to think about hitting that subscribe button, as well as give me a big old thumbs up and hit that notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now, today I'm taking part in the Power Up challenge, and so we're going to get right into this, and I'll give you some more information about it in just a moment. Okay, to start with, this is the island when I first made it. It had a pieced up top. I didn't like it. So then this is where I put wood on it. It was 1 by 6s, but then it was too soft. And over the couple of years since I made the island, it started to show its wear on it. The wood was just way too soft. And here is a shot of it when I first made it. You can see my kitchen that was before I redid it. So now this, I took the top off, it's sitting on the side. I used spackle and I completely smoothed out the top. Then this is the top that was on it. Now that is what we're going to work on. But here I'm showing you where I have spackle on here, and I have to come back and smooth it even more with my sander, so that it's completely smooth. But it had a lot of ripples in it, so that's why I did it. Okay, now this is the top. There was some inconsistencies in it, so I used sawdust and wood glue and made a wood putty, and I was fixing these spots. This spot here on the corner chipped off, and so I had to fix it. And then down the center, it had pulled apart a little bit, and I fixed that, as well as some other spots. You can see on the white, those were screw holes, and so I had fixed those as well with this putty. And then this putty is sandable. It is hard, very hard, but it is sandable. You just have to really stick with it. So once this is done, then I'm going to first tell you about the Power Up collab. Sarah from Sarah DIY It, and Tiffany from Broke Aesthetic Girl is the host. Well, Sarah's the host. Tiffany is her co-host this month, and this is the Power Up collab. You're going to want to go down to my description box, and you're going to want to check out their channels as well as the playlist. We have some fantastic creators. So let's get into this project. Okay, so I took the island top out to the garage, and I am sanding the areas where I had fixed, as well as just to try and get the varnish off of it, or the polyurethane off of it, plus get down to some of the bare wood. And this is after I'm done, and I cleaned it all off, and now I am painting it with white latex indoor paint, and I'm getting that all painted white, so that I can start this project on this. So I'm going to make it look like granite. My kitchen has man-made granite countertops, and so this is after I've painted it. I've lost the footage, and it's just using a sponge in different directions and putting down the paint in different layers. And now I'm putting some tape on the edges, and of course you can see Royce. He's trying to get my stuff off of my island so he can take it and chew it. But I put this tape on here, and I really didn't need to, because I have plastic underneath it plus paper, but because the tape pretty much fell off when it got wet with the resin, because that's what I'm doing. I'm putting resin over it to protect it. So first, though, the island at the end was missing 2 pieces of wood that I never had put on it when I made it. So I got those 2 pieces, and I cut them out and sanded them, and now I am painting them with that same paint, because I'm going to be repainting the whole island because I fixed those spots. Plus, it was just kind of dingy, and it needed to be done. So that is what I'm doing here, is just getting those all painted up, and then we're gonna start pouring the resin. Now the resin is kitchen safe. It's completely, I'm using completely clear, and it's just going to go over the top of that island to completely protect it. So once this is done, we will get to that. And now I am going to mix up this resin and get it all poured. I'm just got some measuring cups, and I'm using a paint stir stick, and I am just going to paint, or not paint, I'm going to mix it up. Now I got this resin off of Amazon, and I can put the link in the description box. And I'm just going to pour those and get them all mixed up. I ended up stirring it for 4 minutes till it was clear instead of cloudy. And then now we're going to go over and we're going to pour this resin onto this. Now I poured it down the center, and I have gloves on, and there's a door open, so there's lots of ventilation, and I am just going to pour it down the center and then use my hands and just make sure that it goes everywhere. And then once that is done, I'm going to put some gold flecks into it, and then I will have to come back and pour the second layer of the resin, so it's nice and thick layer so that it is completely protected. This does not look exactly like the granite in my kitchen, and neither does my granite look like itself. I mean, each section looks different. So I'm calling this its sister instead of its twin. So as you can see, I'm just sitting here pouring this and getting it all covered. Like I said, I have to use my hand, and then some of it was started to drip, and I was making sure all the sides were completely coated as well, because I want this to be perfect. Now, I did make a mistake. I should have waited and put the gold fleck in the second coating, because I could have put it right in when I was mixing it, but I didn't. So I just dropped it on top of it, moved it around, and unfortunately it's really bumpy. So I will have to, when I put this second layer on, I'll have to make sure that all those bumps are gone. Ron is out of town, and I'm hoping to have this all put back together by Monday, because I have to leave early Tuesday morning to go get him from the airport. But this will not be finished on this video, because I just don't have time to film it, the end of it, and I will just barely get it finished. So that is going to be a second part. It's going to be out next week, so that you can see the second part of it. And here I am using my heat gun to get out all the bubbles, and that works perfect. Gets them all out. They just all come to the surface, because it's such a thin coat anyway. It doesn't bother it. And here I am dropping that fleck in and just moving it around with my hands, just to make sure that it's all over the whole, or sporadically over the whole island. So that is what I'm working on. And then I will show you my second pouring, and then you'll have to wait till next week to see the final reveal. And while the resin is setting, I came back into the kitchen, and I am going to sand that top now. I brought my shop back to try and eliminate the fallout. It didn't work. So after this, I had to clean everything off to get all of that dust off of everything from the spackling, and then I'm going to sand those dark spots on the actual island, because that's where I put the putty in. And so once that was done, then I sanded those, or I painted those after they were all sanded. And here I am getting those sanded, and then we will start to paint. And here I am just going ahead and painting all of this. I'm using an angle brush so that I can fade in. I ended up doing 2 coats on the areas that had the putty, and just one where it was just painted previously. So once this is done, I am going to be finished with this part 1, and then, like I said, next week part 2 will be the pouring of the second half of the resin, and then me bringing it back into the house and putting it back on the top and securing it with screws underneath. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. My channel is going through a phase of change, rebirth, so you'll want to be a subscriber so you can keep an eye on exactly what I am doing, as well as don't forget to look down at the description box. It's going to have the host links, the playlist, as well as some Amazon links for some of the stuff like the resin and that I used. So I hope you guys have a great day, and call somebody and tell them you love them, or just ask them how they're doing and see if there's anything you can do for them. That might be exactly what they need to hear today. As well as, you guys have a blessed week. I don't know if I said that already, but have a blessed week, and don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.